Mario was probably with me with 2 houses getting kicked in, but the oldest one, Jook, he was with me maybe with 3 or 4 houses that I had that, you know, the doors got kicked in. They had all my kids in the streets, you know, young. I went from boosting, you know what I mean?
These records where I talked about my mother being in the street, my brother being locked up, my daddy being locked up or being in the streets, and coming from a family of hustlers. And I always just speak on it like minimum. And then I just, you know, talk about myself. This album, I wanted to like...
For his lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Because he seen what I did, and I was getting money in the streets. And he was that lifestyle over here.
I don't like in North Memphis, so it's... My mom real big, like she real known, like in North Memphis, so it's like, she was like our John Gotti, really, in our neighborhood. She supplied a lot of people in our apartment, so it was like, she had their respect.
I was in the streets, you know, to the big thing, so, you know, so that's what I did for many years.
Yeah, the money we getting now is legit. Legally. Yeah, legally. Hey, but you had to go through there to get here. Yeah. But I let these squares know.
What's good, YouTube family? This your boy DJ Bless One, the best one. We're back with another one to go in deep and dive into the incredible, unbelievable backstory of Yo Gotti's mom, Miss Geraldine Mims, the mother of the American rapper Yo Gotti, who emerged from the busy streets of Memphis. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going down and deep into the alleged things of the Queen Pin of Memphis. So buckle up your seatbelt and get ready for this. It's gonna be a wild one. Now, we all know Yo Gotti is a rap icon, but did you know that his roots go deeper into the gritty underworld of Memphis? The rumors have been circulating for years, but today we're diving into the alleged story that Yo Gotti's mom was a Memphis drug queen, Queen Pin that is, dealing allegedly and shaking the streets up. Yeah, you heard that right. The Queen Pin of Memphis, ladies and gentlemen. Well, Yo Gotti was raised with a mom and dad, but his father would fall into the certain lives of incarceration, but Gotti would not fall down. The mom would prevail and give them access, him and his big brother Jook, that is, access to a new lifestyle that, unbeknownst to them, would have them going through a whirlwind of ups and downs. And I'm gonna let the mom speak on that.
Mario was probably with me with 2 houses getting kicked in, but the oldest one, Jook, he was with me maybe with 3 or 4 houses that I had that, you know, the doors got kicked in. They had all my kids on the floor. Mario laid on the floor. They were trying to put in their heads that I wasn't a good mom, you know, and they was telling them, what kind of mom do you have that not here to send you to school, you know, and, you know, stuff like that. And Mario told him at 7 or 8, he told him that I was gone to the airport. So they went to the airport, stopped flights, everything, looking, you know. But I wasn't, you know, but that's what he told him. I mean, he stood up to him, and I'm like, this little boy here.
College student, you know, in the dope house with me. With me. But before he got with you, okay, dope house with me. All right. But I'm just saying, I had dope house that got kicked in. You know what I'm saying? I knew that wasn't the right thing to do, and I learned and I did better when I had Lil Robert, Mario, and Pooh. But he was with me when 3, 4 dope houses got kicked in, and I blame myself to this day for his lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Because he seen what I did, and I was getting money in the streets. And he was that lifestyle over here. We doing that lifestyle now. All the money we getting now is legit. Legally. Yeah, legally. Hey, but you have to go through there to get here. Yeah. But I let these squares know. I gotta let these squares know you got to go through it. Yeah. To get to it. Yeah.
There you go.
Rapper Yo Gotti has let everybody through Memphis and all around the world know who he idolized, which is his mom, who he has echoed the sentiments of these street situations with his mom on how she's one of the strongest women he's seen in the streets, as far as women also being stronger than men in the streets. He would echo these sentiments through his lyrics to let us furthermore know about the alleged queen pin of Memphis. Read his lyric here, for instance, his song Mama. If you look at the lyrics, he says, "Mama, I don't never want to see you struggle. Tired of seeing me bump heads with my big brother." We'll skip that and go to where you can see how he details certain things. And he says it in the lyric for you guys to hear it. Now, listening to that is kind of eerie, because in the same sentiment of those lyrics, you can see how he detailed the situation with Big Jook. He says, "Mama, that's big bruh. You ain't got to worry. We'll die together, kill together, face a buck." And basically, you know the rest of what he's saying. And what's eerie about that is a year and a half later, well, actually a couple of years later, his big brother Big Jook would get shot and killed while going to a repast after the funeral of a family friend who was also an alleged kingpin as well. Now, listen to the lyrics again and read what he says towards it.
That story we told you about off the top of the broadcast, a deadly shooting in Hickory Hill with connections to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live tonight from St. Francis Hospital. That's where the victims were taken. Lakia, what were you able to find out? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional 1 in critical condition. Now,
I do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect.
Now, Big Jook, Miss Geraldine, the alleged queen pin of Memphis, would lose her son in the way that she low-key raised him, which is to the streets. It's almost like you're married to the streets and then you get divorced by the streets. And she's gonna explain on this next slide how it was not Mario who's Yo Gotti, it was Jook, the one who was neck and neck and through with her in them streets, also alongside his beautiful auntie Mrs. Janet. And I'm gonna fall back and let her explain things furthermore so we can echo and feel what it was like as far as the raise and being brought up by the queen pin of Memphis. While back in the video, I briefly stated that Yo Gotti idolized and worshiped the women in his life that were also in the streets who taught him the game, like no other than his auntie Janet, who also was alongside his mom in them Memphis streets, out here really getting the things they needed to get. And he would say those same sentiments in the lyrics that he would say right here. And you can see what he says. "Shout out my auntie Janet. She's a motherfucker. Pee Wee did 10 back out and she's still hustling. He would say that in the song Mama as well, to give her the same love and echo the same sentiment towards his mom, Miss Geraldine Mims. Yo Gotti auntie's Janet would explain what life was in the Memphis streets in this short documented recorded video right here.
And one boy, so we always have stuck together, you know, from childhood up. And we had a reputation for getting money, you know. People knew us, they knew what we were about, and they knew that, you know, where our name was mentioned, money was involved.
Mario.
Now, legend has it that in these Memphis streets, Yo Gotti mom was a notoriously alleged queen pin that triumphed the streets of Memphis. Not only that, sources and legendary tales said that she had a criminal alleged empire that stretched across the seas to seas. Now, it goes without saying that the late great Pablo Escobar once noted and answered that, and he said this. He said, the only man that I've ever was afraid of was a woman named Griselda Blanco. Now, the quote immediately set the tone for Griselda, a highly anticipated limited series premiering on Netflix. Now, the reason why I bring that up, you can look at the avenues of his mom and look at the same thing could be done for her. Now, she's going to transition as far as the video that I got coming up and explain to you how she started before she became a queen pin. And these were the things that she had to say.
I was in the streets, you know, young. I went from boosting, you know what I mean? Okay. Stealing. I went from boosting to selling pills, teas and blues, to the big thing. So, you know, that's what I did for many years.
Yeah, we had a reputation.
Now, Yo Gotti would launch his CMG label, that is, and become one of the most prominent figures in face in hip-hop, if not music in general. His face rings the bells all around the Memphis streets, and this was what was going on and what was said. In a rare interview snippet, you can hear Yo Gotti how he mentioned and quoted, "My mama taught me the game." But what game was he talking about? The streets? The hustle? It's intriguing to think about the untold stories behind the music we all love. Now let's listen to Jook, Big Jook that is, the late Big Jook, CEO of CMG, and Yo Gotti speak about their mom on who she was and how she was in these Memphis streets.
These records where I talked about my mother being in the street, my brother being locked up, my daddy being locked up or being in the streets, and coming from a family of hustlers. And I always just speak on it like minimum. And then I just, you know, talk about myself. This album, I wanted to like
in North Memphis, so it's my mom real big, like she real known like in North Memphis, so it's like she was like our John Gotti really in our neighborhood. She supplied a lot of people in our apartment, so it was like she had their respect.
I was in the streets, you know.
Now, Yo Gotti has a popular beef that nobody really likes with the late great rapper Young Dolph in Memphis, and this beef has led to a string of alleged things and allegations towards one another. Well, where Yo Gotti is being accused of trying to kill Young Dolph for multiple reasons or vice versa, and a lot of things left some lengthy things. And the reason I'm bringing this up, Yo Gotti would buy and purchase his mother a brand new restaurant called Prive, and in that restaurant it's a lot of great things to show right here. So for Mother's Day, Yo Gotti gave his mom the best gift that a son could give to a mom. He gave her the Prive restaurant, which is a gift to the Memphis place. You hear what I'm saying? It's a gift because the food there is exceptional, and some of the best food, I know my big brother's a truck driver, he ate there already, is the fried chicken and the fried pork chops. They're both stars there. But this restaurant is a fine cuisine serving Black American cuisine, that is. It's located at 6980 Winchester Road, Memphis, Tennessee, 38115. Now, what's going on with me showing this is the beef that he has with Dolph led to a string of things. Also, unfortunately, news like this about the restaurant.
Two of the three men charged in the deadly shooting at Prive restaurant last month are speaking out about the incident. Multiple videos of the shootout have been shared across social media.
As our Quamitra Wilburn found out, the defendant's attorneys say that video does not tell the entire story.
Kendrick Gray, Johnny Sanford, and Damone Sykes were scheduled to appear before a judge Thursday morning. All three are charged in connection with the mass shooting at Prive restaurant that left 2 people dead.
He was fired upon. He was shot 14 times.
Attorney Handel Durham is representing Sykes, who's charged with attempted murder. According to the affidavit, video shows Sykes forcibly taking a gun from an assailant and then using it back on them. Durham says that's not what he gathered from the video.
Most that we can really hang our hat on anymore.
Attorney modified Glock pistol. The affidavit says security tried to detain Gray, but he allegedly pointed a gun at them.
Facing you with that weapon raised, do you wait, and he's an adversary, do you wait to see?
However,
explored so we can get to the bottom of it.
Now, that incident with the restaurant, although people would like to say it has nothing to do with Gotti, many speculations occurred and people started saying it was one of his brothers-in-law, relatives. We don't know how true are those things, but we do know with the heated rivalry amongst him and Dolph, things have been escalated. Then that's where the training of their mom have teaching them a sense of calmness and how to react to sort of things, unfortunately, to even things like losing his big brother, Big Jook. But the restaurant itself is still a staple in the city, and it still has a lot of security in that area. Now, what's going on furthermore is the situation how the mom spoke up about Jook. Now, you can tell she adored Jook so much because he was there day one in the struggle before all his siblings, including Mario Gotti and his sisters. He's seen a lot through his trial and tribulations. So the unfortunate situation and how Jook got killed, it gotta be traumatizing to the former alleged queenpin of Memphis to know you've lost the possibility of ever seeing your eldest child again because of frivolous things that might matter to some people, but in the eyes of the people who adore them and support them, it seems senseless and it didn't make sense. And these are some of the things we like to talk about on this platform. Now, I'm gonna let the mom shine in on more of who Big Jook was to her.
She got 3 kids, and I was explaining, to my daughter, because Mario is not here, I was explaining to her that this was my firstborn. I had all my mistakes. Everything I did wrong was with him. Right. This was my firstborn. And then when I had Mario, Little Robert, y'all don't know about Little Robert, I lost a son, Little Robert, Mario, then Pooh, then I knew to do better. Right. But him, I don't know if y'all want to do this live, but I'm like... But with him, you know, my dope house got kicked in. He was right with me. That was my only son. I kept him with me everywhere I went. Hold up.
So rapper Black Youngster would also speak about the street life of Yo Gotti and the reason why he enjoyed signing to CMG with Yo Gotti as the CEO also and head honcho. He would speak the same thing as far as the allegations of Yo Gotti and his mom being certified real street dudes.
To me, part when Gotti was in the streets for real in Memphis, bro. Like, I ain't saying it because I'm saying to him. I just keep it real. If he wasn't a street nigga, I'd say he ain't in the street. He was in the streets, bro. Like, you gonna see Gotti. You in the city. The mall, I used to see Gotti in the mall, like the hood mall, like super hood, like down there, like you know you ain't shopping, you just came here to walk around. Like, literally. Big ass chains on, 100 with him, chopper Glocks, all that. But, you know, he cooled down a lot, bro. Like, Gotti was worse than me, probably, when he came in.
Now, Memphis has had a reputation for being a tough city, and the streets of North Memphis in particular have a rich, complex history of these alleged ties between Yo Gotti's family and the city's underworld. It adds a layer of mystery to his rise in the rap game. Now listen, let me be clear here. These are just rumors and speculations. Yo Gotti himself has never explicitly confirmed nor denied these claims, and we're not here to spread any gossip or get anybody indicted. We're just exploring the intriguing narrative that sometimes lurk behind the scenes of our favorite artists in Memphis or any other state that may be, or whatever your choice is. So, what do you think, fam? Do you believe the hype, or is this just another urban legend? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and comment, share, and subscribe so we can dive deep into this thing in rap history. Until the next time, I'm your guy, DJ Bless One, the best one. Love your family, love your kids, and always remember to stay blessed. Ladies and gentlemen, love to every single one of y'all. Blessing to the kings and the queens of the earth. Peace.
Trump them. Zo hit her with T-Sweat. And now her panties all wet. Came back around, spin the black with suck off fat. DJ Bless One. I smoke G-Mike with the magic, he my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady, I'm on hot shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes, it's a stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back, extra swag. 90210, you know I'm from the road. Rock and roll, I'm motherfucking Lauderdale. With the sack, 3%, yeah, I'm on that Adderall, can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. Send no feelings on my shirt, send no slipping on alert. Smoke, roll, puff in the perk. Hit that slide with a cha-cha shirt. I hit playing, you might get murdered. Made a shot, so body ops and even fed no more. Sing along. On 95. I done see my days go by, still ain't had no alibi. Hoping, wish them days stay high. Baba cool, I'm on that sippin', thirsty. I smoke G-Mike with the magic, he my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady, I'm on hot shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes, it's a stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back, extra swag. 90210, you know I'm from the roads. Rock and roll, I'm motherfucking Lauderdale. With the sack, 3 for sale, yeah, I'm on that Adderall, can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. Send no feelings on my shirt, send no slipping on alert. Smoke, roll, puff in the perk. Hit that slide with a cha-cha herb. I hit play, you might get murdered. I smoke G-Mike with the magic, he my dog, he died in traffic with that brand new Glock 380. Went to see the voodoo lady, I'm on hot shit right now. That woo done turned me crazy. With a brand new black Mercedes, it's a stay la vie, my baby. I see so many Z's, it look like double Z's. OMG, red and blue flag hanging on my back, extra swag. 90210, you know I'm from the roads. Rock and roll, I'm motherfucking Lauderdale. With the sack, 3 for sale, yeah, I'm on that Adderall, can't you tell? Yeah, I might be on that perk. Send no feelings on my shirt, send no slipping on alert. Smoke, roll, puff in the perk. Hit that slide with a cha-cha shirt. I hit playing, you might get murdered.